Rocky Pikey writes, hello AMC Movie Talk crew. I know you guys get 1,000 of questions about the shared universes of comic book films, but what about other action movie franchises? Could you see other studios using a Marvel formula of shooting a couple solo action star lead films, then bring the main characters together in a single film? Or does the shared movie universe only work with superhero movies that audience know exist together?
You know what? On its surface, it sounds like a good idea. Like have Rambo and one of any number of Arnold Schwarzenegger characters together in a movie, right?
Dutch.
But yeah, and have Dutch in there. But when I stop and think about it, I don't really know that works. Like with the comic book universe, you're talking about characters that were made to interact and that were made to exist in the same universe together. But I don't know, like any other type of genre, like 40-year-old Anchorman? Or something. I don't know that would work. Plus, every single movie has its own kind of unique feel and style and temperature. And then when you take that and you're going to try to mash it together with another movie or another character in another universe that kind of has its own kind of temperature, you know what? Honestly, it sounds like a good idea, but really, I don't think it would work. Schnepp, what do you think?
Well, a movie I've wanted to see for years, regardless of whether it would work or not, is Robocop versus Terminator. They did it as a comic book, and it was great. And I was like, if you simply just use those 4 issues and adapt that, you'd have an incredible movie. No, get a scriptwriter. Just use those comics. Use those comic book panels as storyboards, and you'd have an incredible movie. Frank Miller, Walt Simonson, a whole bunch of these artists and writers worked on it. You could go Aliens versus Predators versus Robocop versus Terminator to make a giant super war. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you could do, like action heroes, I'm not so sure about. I'm going more with a sci-fi forced franchise approach, but you know, it's been successful before with Aliens versus Predators. I mean, not like the movies weren't that great, but they did 2 of them. I don't think it's a bad idea. It's worth trying out. I don't know about like current heroes or like you were mentioning, like 80s or 90s heroes, like trying to reboot them and then throw them together in an action team, or just do it straight up like the Expendables but use branded characters. Like don't do separate movies, but do, hey, you know all these guys, now they're in a movie together. So
Dennis?
Yeah, I think in terms of having a good movie out of doing the solo films and then putting them all together, it could work. But I think from the studio side and the marketing side, it just doesn't make sense for them, because it's, unless you had like an action team that you already established, like let's say maybe like the A-Team, and then you had a solo movie for like Hannibal and a solo movie for BA and a solo movie for Phase, and you know, and then you had the A-Team movie come together where everyone knows that they're supposed to be in the A-Team, kind of like with the Avengers. Other than that, I just don't see it working.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news, and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.